Right, hello and welcome to the first official TechBytes videocast. I'm Tim, I'm here with Roy, and this is going to be a supplementary show to the audiocast, which I'm sure, or hopefully, many of you will listen to. Today we're going to be looking very briefly at SeaMonkey. Now, this is a package which I've written a considerable amount about on my site, but I just wanted to show it in action, and we thought what better way than while we're testing the videocast and getting a few things ironed out, a few teething problems sorted out, we can use that as a showcase to get the videocast rolling. So without further ado, we'll start off with SeaMonkey. This is the first time I've actually looked at the SeaMonkey package. Roy, I don't know if you've ever had a look at the suite, the internet suite before, but this is the latest version, which I believe was released about 2 days ago on the 28th of April. And as you can see, it's version 2.0.14. SeaMonkey, aims to be an internet suite, IRC client, email client, and obviously a web browser as well, all in one package. And I was very interested because, like most Linux users or most computer users, I'm always seeking to improve or further improve my computing experience. So anything which is alleged to make my life easier, I'll have a little look at and give it a go. Now, currently I'm using a combination of Chromium, XChat and Thunderbird to achieve the same task as SeaMonkey. So we'll have a little look at SeaMonkey, flick around some of the options, and then I'll give my views on if it compares with my current solution. So here we have the main screen. Not really much I can say here. I think everybody's seen a web browser. I'd hope everybody would. In terms of the applications available to me, you go to the Windows menu. You've got browser, mail and news groups, Composer, address book, and IRC chat. Now, what I will say about SeaMonkey, which was quite impressive, is the ease in which you can set the thing up. As soon as I installed it, I was offered the chance to import all my bookmarks, that's my RSS feeds, my newsgroup subscriptions, and it was all made very simple. So for a new user, this would probably be fantastic if they were looking for an all-in-one package and wanted something simple to set up. So after I went through all that, now I haven't, for the purposes of this video, set up any of my email accounts, so you're really just going to see a very basic mail client here, with, although it has my subscriptions to my Usenet chat, my Usenet groups, I can't actually get access to them. And here we go, pretty much the same as Thunderbird. There's a very little difference here. The Mozilla Foundation, I believe, cancelled working on this internet suite quite a few years ago and just concentrated on making 2 independent packages, Thunderbird and Firefox. And this has obviously been forked and taken off on its own project. So as you can see, my RSS feeds are all there. Of course, pride of place, TechBytes, register, and then we go down to the Usenet, and that's all amalgamated into one sidebar. So I've got my Compost Linux advocacy, my Python news group, my Bash news group, and it all works perfectly. So that's the mail, nothing really to see, and I don't think I'll bother harping on much about that. Move on to IRC. Now, for a lot of people, it's probably something that isn't used much. IRC maybe, dare I say it, is a dying package or a dying protocol chat client. So for me, it's invaluable. I use it a lot, and an IRC client is one of probably the most valuable piece of software I have on my system. And it's presented to me here via Chatzilla, which is part of the SeaMonkey Internet Suite. And as you can see, integrates well. Now just lost focus. Integrates well, and I'm not going to connect to any chat rooms because I'd have to type in my password. I haven't set it up. And much as I trust everybody watching this, I don't particularly want to message Nick Server with my password and broadcast it out to everybody. So we'll leave it there for the Chatzilla. Looking down the other options, address book, we won't even have to go there, and that's basically about it. Now, on my site, I've gone into more detail about rendering speeds. I ran a few tests, or a few benchmarks on it. SunSpider, the latest test, I think 0.9.1 I believe it is, and it produced some quite surprising results. I'll leave that though with an element of suspense and say get yourself over to have a look on the OpenBytes site and have a look at those results, because it was quite striking when I compared it to Chromium, my current solution. So now I suppose a very quick conclusion before we wrap this yet another test video up, and I'll go to Roy in a minute for a few comments. But looking at the package, like I say, I looked at it with a view to possibly having it as an alternate to what I'm using at the moment. As I say, I'm currently using a combination of Chromium, XChat and Thunderbird to achieve exactly what SeaMonkey is offering. And to be fair, SeaMonkey doesn't really cut the muster. Rendering speeds, as you'll see on the review, are considerably slower. Page rendering is considerably slower than Chromium. But putting that aside, I'll show you how I have my setup, because I don't see the advantage of having this combined suite when really the solution I have at the moment is, for all intents and purposes, working exactly the same way, albeit via 2-3 different packages. So this is how I've got it at the moment. Now, this is my Chromium. I'll boot that up, and I think I've really seen Chromium before. But what I have is I have my clients, all my clients that I use, my IRC client, which is XChat, my mail client, which is Thunderbird, and I have them all on separate desktops. And if you look down to the bottom right of my screen, you'll see I've got three desktops in use. And basically, when I'm online and doing my bits and pieces, I just switch between the three. I'm running Compiz. I've got Emerald Windows Decorator running at the moment, and this to me is just as effective as SeaMonkey, and begs the question to me, certainly with SeaMonkey, what is the point? Another good thing about Compiz is that, unlike certain other effects which I've seen on certain other platforms, it's not taking a snapshot, a frozen snapshot of my desktop as it's switching around on the face of the cube. The cube is actually rendered in real time, and I'll demonstrate that if I can by putting my cube into 3D. I can now turn my desktop around, monitor my IRC channel, see that updating, move around.
Yeah.
See
I do
if
hope
there's any
it's
mail
right
in
frame.
my mail client, and then go back around to my browser, which effectively is offering what SeaMonkey offers as well. That's my 10 pence worth. I'll be going into more detail. Like I say, I hope it's been a little bit interesting, this, and I'll pad out the finer details further on my site. But this again is another proof of concept for the videocast show. Roy, any questions or anything that you wanted to add?
I think I'm not sure corrections, but just a bit of an adjustment of the presentation. As far as I know, the situation